Okay, so there are a couple of ways in which you can test any of your Adobe XD designs on a device. Let's say that's an iOS or an Android device. Of course, normally when you are designing here, you have this play button over here to the top right that opens this window where you can interact as if this were an application, maybe a desktop application. But let's say that you were building a mobile application and you wanted to test this on a mobile device. Of course, right here I have a website design, but let's just imagine for a second that this is a mobile application. The easiest way to do this is to go over and save this design on your Creative Cloud or, Adobe's cloud. To do that, all we have to do is navigate over to File, click on Save As, and instead of your computer, select Cloud Documents. And I will just change this to just be New Website and click on Save. This is going to go ahead and save the same XD file, the same file that you have on your computer over on the cloud, Adobe's cloud. By now, of course, you would have signed in with your Creative Cloud account. So once you have done this, you will be able to open the Adobe XD application for iOS or Android. For example, right here I have an iPad. Of course, this would work on any Android device or any iOS device, including iPhones. And there is this Adobe XD application that I have right here. And let me just close this so we can start from the beginning. Of course, by now you would have signed in with the same account that you have on your computer. And as you can see here in the Cloud Documents, which is the first tab over here to the bottom left, I have the brand new website that was modified just 1 minute ago, the same file that I was working on my computer. So all I have to do is click on it. It's going to download it, so it's available right here on my iPad. And there it is. I can now interact with this design. I can scroll, I can click, I can interact with anything that I have done inside of Adobe XD. So this is the first way, and I think the easiest way to test a design on a device. There is another way, and let me go back to my Mac in here to test this out as well. Although in this case, you would want the device to be connected through USB. So if you have Creative Cloud and you have the device on the cloud, I think that is the best way to do that. But let's say that I connect my iPad via USB here to my computer. Now I will be able to navigate here to this kind of like smartphone or device preview icon, click on it, and make sure that my iOS device is listed. Now all I have to do is on my iPad, open Adobe XD again, and click on the third tab at the bottom. That third tab is actually going to display the same preview. So as you can see, it is pretty much the same thing that we did by opening directly from the Creative Cloud documents, except this is just a preview coming directly from my computer. I think this way is best if you want to test the application on a different device that is not yours. So that people downloads Adobe XD, you connect their device to your computer, and then they can take a look at the preview right here without, of course, having to sign in onto your own Adobe account. Finally, there is another way, and I'm not going to be using my iPad anymore right here, in which you could test this application on a device. Now, this really is a website, but you could open the website from any device. So for that, you will have to navigate over to Share. And to the right, you're going to see that you can create a link. So you can set a title, you can change the view setting. If you're going to be presenting this, well, select Presentation and select anyone with a link. Or of course, you could change this to only invited people, but let's say that anyone with a link is going to be able to test this design. Simply click on Create Link, and your website is going to be, or your design is going to be made available in a specific URL on the internet. And that's the URL over here to the top. So all you have to do is click on this little icon to copy the link, and literally in any browser, be it here on your desktop or on a phone or on a tablet, you can paste that link, and anyone will be able to interact with your design. So let's say that you were testing a mobile application and you wanted it to share it with a bunch of people, to interact with it without them having to install anything. Just give them this link and they will be able to interact with that application. Now, again, this is a website application, but if this were a mobile application, it would look a lot better on a device.